I got no message yet. No. It says live here, and it says also YouTube, um, 0 watching, so it might be live.
Let me go and see. I'll refresh the page here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Technology is great.
So what I'll do you want me to share it?
If you would, yes, that would. That would. I don't know how this is going to. Is this confusing enough already? Technology is great.
So what I'll do you want me to share it?
If you would, yes, that would. That would. I don't know how this is going to. Is this confusing enough already? Technology is great.
So what I'll do you want me to share it?
If you would, yes, that would. That would. I don't know how this is going to. Is this confusing enough already? Technology is great.
So what I'll do you want me to share it? Okay, so I've shared it. Now you should get some guests.
The notification down here already popped up.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Hey,
Ernest Miller.
I think we're
We finally figured it out after.
we have figured it out.
Are we rocket scientists now?
Sorry?
Are we rocket scientists now?
Well, you are.
I had some help. I didn't do this all by myself here. Yes, hello. This is pretty interesting. This is a new experience, technology.
Yeah. Well, we should say that this is the first time any of us have tried
This program, yeah.
thing here. This thing.
This appears somewhere, I think. Over. Oh, you can see the Restream, I think they call the program.
Yeah, exactly.
How is the sound? Can you hear me well?
The sound is not the best, but it's okay.
Okay, maybe if I talk a little closer to the.
Yeah, that helps. How is my sound?
Your sound is great.
Okay. You have guests.
Good. Hello, welcome everybody. This is the 3 people now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got my poster there. Can you see it? I had to put hang something really Viking related. They didn't have any of the ones I wanted, but they had this one, so it was okay.
I recognize some of the guys and girls here. Oh, now lots of people here.
It's starting to roll in.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I think we can even type down here. Let's see. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Yep. Cool.
Yeah. So you can. Okay. I'll stop asking stupid questions about the software. So that's not why people are here, I guess.
Yeah, we got everybody to come watch the software. Yeah. So cool. So how are you?
I'm okay. What can I say? It's very warm outside, and I am, as I have been for a long time, frustrated by the general stupidity of the population.
We have that in
And
common.
also, I got a deer fly on me today.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was at my bees just earlier before I came home, and I had my suit. There was a tick crawling on my suit, and I couldn't stop because to work because it had all the bees on me. It was I was just watching. Where did this come from? And I didn't go through the grass. Somehow on my bee suit there was a tick.
Cody is asking, is this a Q&A?
Well, I don't know. They can ask questions, I guess, and that's why we're here. We're live for a reason, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of that, a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for inviting me here. I must say that's an honor. And I've seen other people, obviously, on YouTube doing these guests in the live stream thing.
The honor is all mine as well. I mean,
yeah. So Is Björn a Norse pagan?
Bjorn is what was it? Heathen, right? One of those.
Yeah, heathen. Yeah, exactly. So I answered that question. Yeah, well, I think I don't know if it's correct, but I think pagan to me is more like you're sort of into all the rituals and stuff, and a heathen is a man of the land. That means because it means heathen. It's the same word as hede in Denmark. They say, or in Norwegian, hede. It's the Moors. So yeah, I'm more of a heathen. Mm.
It's been nuts. That just crashed into just watching me on the phone. Just walked into the door. Yeah, heathens and pagans. I think there's quite a big difference there. But living off the land and being part of the land is quite a forgotten part of culture that's part of the Viking Age. I think is people have forgotten what that really means.
Yeah, you have a question here about your beef,
Do, we,
I think.
do you make a living with? No, I do not. I can tell you it's like a hobby, and most of the beekeepers here in Germany they do it for an income, but they don't do it as their main income because you don't earn money if you don't go all out into the you have it costs an enormous amount of resources and money to get started, and if you're going to go make money you need like 100 colonies and that's all you do all day. But there are beekeepers here who you earn money. The goal is to earn money with it to make equal or a little bit of profit. But no, I don't do it for money. It's a life experience for me, and I've been wanting to do that for many years now. And I was going to do that when I got my camp. The first year, it was just too much, and I had to do some learning first.
Mm. Yeah.
The food shortage is starting again. Hmm. Yeah, the prices have been going up slightly, but I don't think at where I'm at right now that it's too critical. You can still get everything. Like you can still go to the stores. There's no. I don't believe that that's too critical at the moment.
I have noticed that there is not a shortage, but Norwegian beef is sometimes hard to get. So there is certainly something going on with the supply chain there. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. We had that a couple weeks ago, but that was related to we had two supermarkets and the one burnt to the ground, so everybody was shopping at the other one. So that's probably the only reason that was happening.
Yeah.
Yes, printing a lot of money. That's not good. People should be mining their own gold and silver out of the rivers. Be a lot better off than folding dollar bills.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you got lots of questions here, I see.
I'm trying to read them all. It's going. So we got.
Yeah.
How is? What's the last question you got? I got the one that was the bees. My internet might be so. Oh, here we go. I see up here. It was all a lot of messages. All of a sudden, I had to go back. Um, what is your opinion about Bjorn people not being? Yeah, the Norse gods. It's more. You have to really. Everybody has to kind of find that what they want to. Their experience is individual, but I think it's for me to explain that. I'm not an expert on that, but it's more of a metaphor in life to go and compare what's the individual gods they stand for and how to find those similarities in life, how to see what they how they interact with certain meanings. It's more of a walkthrough of general. Everybody can relate to that equally. I mean, it doesn't have to do with just Norse gods because they don't discriminate. Yeah, so that's I think if you go into like especially when Thor matches with the giants, and how they say that the old hag that he arm wrestles with is old age, and he gets fooled by all the appearances of things, but all the metaphors that in the end are important. I think the entire ideology of the Viking gods is wrapped around a lot of that.
I liked most that they got nervous that he would drink the oceans empty.
Yeah, and he only managed to drink just a little bit, but the
Yeah.
ocean they sank by inches, and they were scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Skål, by the way. It's a Viking hangout. This, so we should have more Viking hangouts.
That is correct.
Mm.
Let me scroll back down here. We got lots of new messages here. My air quality. Actually, the air here, I live in a town, it's a farm town, and the air here is pretty good. We still have one of the few natural cattle herds that the farmers put on the fields and let the small, what do you call it, the young cows stay with the mother. And the air quality, we're kind of high up too on the mountain. So the air up here is pretty good. Let me see, what was your question, Cody? I don't know. I don't think that you can donate any money on this chat. This is just purely a chat. I don't think this is like on YouTube directly.
I think that I'm certain there is an option for that somewhere, because they would have added that, I guess, that option, because then they will take 10% or something off it. They always do, and they like to earn money. That's my guess.
There's a question here. Where in Germany? I'm in Rheinland-Pfalz, in the southwest of Germany. It's about as accurate as I would like to share, but that's pretty close to get an idea. I can hop across to France, which is pretty cool. In about 20 minutes. How are your dogs, Elvis and Felin? Are they sitting there?
They are not in this room. They are just outside. I closed the door, so they're in the living room.
Mine are sitting over there. They're watching me. They're like, any moment they want to come up on the couch. They're waiting for the moment to hear.
Yeah,
I've got an eye on them over there. I always want to be part of the action. So, how's your cabin coming along? You've been able to work on that?
Well, I had a guy here today, actually, and he said that he could fix the roof, and also the door, because the problem now is that I'm getting a lot of these spiders inside the cabin, and I don't mind a few spiders, but there must have been like 100 spiders in there, in the roof. So we need to fill the gaps, or so that they can't come in.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's the thing, and I'm a bit tired of doing all the stuff here, so that's why I will hire this carpenter.
Okay.
Hopefully, he will also be able to do it. I've had lots of people coming here saying that they will give me a quote for the price, and then I never hear anything more from them. Yeah, we'll see.
That's something to look forward to, I guess. No spiders. I have a problem with water leaking in, and I have to fix that. I have someone who's going to help me with the roof. We're going to take some of the boards and put wooden shingles on top, on the sides where it leaks. It'll look really nice, and I think it'll keep most of the water out. It doesn't have to be 100% waterproof. It just has to stay semi-dry so it doesn't pour water in.
Yep.
And then the fireplace, I have to work on that. The smoke, my cabin is round and it's small. The smoke does not lead out of the top. It just sits in there. So I have to figure something out how to get the smoke out and keep. I'm thinking of making like a chimney out of a stovepipe, but I would like to keep that historical, like for the camera. You know, I put
Could be the draft that you need some draft from underneath. That could help. I think because it's if there is a pressure, negative pressure in the cabin,
okay,
then the smoke won't get out. That's what I've heard.
okay, that's quickly done. I mean, digging a hole under one of the walls.
Yeah, you just need to dig a hole.
Good. Lots of digging up there. I have mice. My field, when you walk, your foot just sinks in. It's a really big mouse problem up there.
Mm.
It's, they ate up my tent and put like Swiss cheese holes in it. I must fix that for next year.
I can see the chat as well. There's a guy asking about moving to Norway.
I think it was up here. Been wanting to return home to Norway someday. Any tips for someone moving to Norway for this first time? And I think you answered that question because I'm not.
Yeah, well, I get that question a lot, and and it's a bit difficult for me because I've never been in that situation. I've never had to investigate what you need to do. But what I can say is that I know people who have moved here and they work here and they stay here for years.
Okay.
So I suppose that if you have work, you can stay. I think, but I don't know. The Norwegian embassy could be the place to go to ask. Yeah, and also, can I answer that? What are the best areas in Norway? It's cheaper where people don't want to live.
That's like everywhere, I guess, here.
Yeah. So up north, it's cheaper normally. Also, inland is cheaper than by the coast. But the coastal areas, I think, is the most beautiful parts of Norway. So, but some people would say that they like the mountains best. But yeah, it depends on how much money you're going to spend with house prices. It's cost a lot in Norway. Yeah.
Let's see. We have questions here. Spiders. TA Outdoors, the Viking cabin. Yeah, I have their channel. I watch it. I like what they do and how they do that with their dad. With his dad, they come out and they build these huts out of natural materials. It's pretty neat. I've seen it. And there's also a German guy here, and he does something like that, but it's nothing close to what TA Outdoors does. But originally, the dream would be to really build a real historic Viking cabin, and I've been thinking about that, and we've both been thinking about that for a while. But when I went to Hedeby just last 2 weeks ago, I got to really look at those structures for the first time and realize that something like that would cost around 200,000 euros for it to be built that way. And then you need to have the permission to get it built, because if you build that and somebody comes by and says tear it down, that would be catastrophic. So it's a little more complicated, but that's the goal, to get something that really historically inspired, that is built from a foundation of archaeological evidence. Actually, that's just really cool. I did film some of that on that last video.
Yeah, well, let me just add that I've seen the structure in the TA Outdoors, and I haven't seen the video though, but so it's what I'm going to say now. It's not to criticize, but in a climate like the Norwegian or Scandinavian climate, you would not have houses with the roof structure put directly in the ground, because it would rot, even if you burn it so that you kind of prevent water to soak into the wood from the ground. It's not enough. So you need a structure underneath the roof that holds up the roof, right? Because otherwise you will have, and you can see this when we build the shelters up in the woods. And if you put these bars straight into the ground, they will rot. So the shelter will
Collapse.
go down almost like it sinks into the ground, because the ends of these beams rot after some time. So I don't think they would have done it that way.
Okay.
You want rocks between the ground and the wood in your house. Not all that was not always possible in now. I'll keep this short, but it depended on on where they were. But it's yeah. I, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
let's see, we have you got a grave, or are you just using it? Well, I have first thing. There's a museum here that's about an hour from where I live. It's a outdoor museum where they have similar. They have buildings from Europe from 1,000 years ago, built based on what they found archaeological evidence. So it's basically reconstructed buildings on the foundations of what was left. And one of the buildings, the big buildings, the longhouse, they're very, very similar to Viking Age buildings from northern Germany and Scandinavia. One of the buildings, they found a mobile fire pit, which was made out of wood, a square box, basically with clay that you could move around. And I reconstructed one of those to try it out because I thought that was a really cool idea. You can move it out of the way, and that's what I have right now. I have an air. It has air from the bottom, so that it can draw air through the bottom of the fireplace. But I'm experimenting with that right now, so we'll have to see what works. If not, I'll smoke. I'll hang my fish in the cabin, and then I'll smoke all my dry meat in there from time to time.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I like that's one of my favorite to grow out your beard.
That was a competition, a drawing competition. So that was sent to me, that drawing, for free. And so that was very nice. Very nice drawing. Yeah.
Favorite beer? I don't know. I there's a couple of good ones. Bitburger kind of. When I was in Norway, what's this? Was it the Carlsberg? No, was it the one they sell there?
Yeah, they sell Carlsberg here.
Carlsberg. Yeah, I like that one. That was pretty good. And it's a couple of good ones here. Different tastes. It depends, really. But I don't get to drink too often. I'm always waiting to go somewhere with the car, so got to be.
Yeah.
Normally I drink 0,0, which is 0,0, no alcohol free. But tonight, Feierabend, no more work. I'm not going anywhere. Stay at home.
Yeah. Cody, I see your comment there, and well, can I say I'm very honored to have had an influence, or yeah, it's a kind of a personal comment, but well, I don't know what to say, but it's well, thank you, and I'll continue to do my best. Yeah. Yeah. Well, everything seems to be working.
That's very good. We finally figured it out. It's been a little bit confusing. First, I had no picture, and then I had no sound, and I didn't know. I don't like computers that much.
Bob is asking, did the Vikings use wooden planks with turf roofing? I know I can answer that one. Yes, they used wooden planks, and when it comes to turf roofing, that was a one of the methods that they used. I've been told that roofing material, you would use what you had in that area, and turf roofing is not ideal everywhere, but it's a traditional form of roofing in this part of the world. So yeah, I can imagine that if you lived, well, where I live, having a turf roof down by the sea, right at the edge of the beach there, would not work at all because of the storms. So because when it's windy here, I mean, everything that is not tied down will move.
Blow
So
away.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah, good, good to know. It's also, I think the turf is more of an Icelandic building material, isn't it? More that direction. Those houses that they have there, turf turf houses.
Yeah, and inland in Norway and up in the hills and so on. But I think fact is we don't really know because um, that was it's sort of a mystery. Lots of these things we don't know.
Bob asked, Bob had asked, how is my garden growing? My garden, well, 50-50. I like to say we had lots of heavy rain that destroyed a little bit of all my hard work for this year, which is kind of sad, but that's how it goes. A lot of the plants are starting to, from all the moisture, they're starting to get fungus, and I had to throw away a bunch, and all the heavy rain pushed down some of it. But most of it's still good. I'm really excited for my tomatoes. It's the first. Never had tomato plants before. It's really exciting. They're really growing, and they grow so fast. You leave Sunday, and you come back Tuesday afternoon, and they've grown like this much. It's amazing. It's just crazy. And now you have to, and then they're so heavy they hang down, and you have to tie them up again. It's just watch them grow.
Mm.
Yeah. Neat experience. Hmm. Where can someone was asking where can they buy your book? Cody was asking where can they buy your book?
Well, go to my website and you will find that's bull-hansen.com, bull-hansen.com, and you will see a list there of which languages my books have been translated into, and there is you can click on those, and that will take you directly to where you can order uh, the books in your language. Yeah.
I have the one in German from the first book, the first book of the Jones Viking series. Hope all is well. Lake Superior, Wisconsin. Tor Gustafsson. Wow, what time is it in the States now? Like 9, is it not 6 hours back or 9? What time is it there now? Uh, 6 hours back, I think. I'm not quite sure. I'll add that. Something in the afternoon. It's kind of late here today. We're trying to just got off work, came home, messed around the camp for a little bit, tried to take care of the bees, and then now we're trying to get this all set up. So I don't know. and the world is different times everywhere right now. So, any tips for learning Norwegian?
Well, I get that question a lot.
Yeah.
It's I think there are online courses and stuff. I used to say just come traveling to Norway and learn a few phrases and try them out and start that way. But now it's not so easy to travel. So yeah, but online courses, I guess, would be the way to start.
Cool. That's 329 you wrote. Okay. Good. Yeah, so I was at to get back to Hedby, I was there and I got to see a lot of the iron findings. Um, what was really cool was that my favorite thing to make is the flint steel, the fire strikers. I like making those a lot. It's like one of my favorite things, and I got to see some real ones, real Viking Age findings in the glass, and that was really exciting. And so they had a couple of swords there. They did not have a Ulfbat sword, but they had some swords, some shield bosses, some of the things that I really wanted to see. Some of the restovers of the iron of the wooden chests, smaller ones. And what was really cool, I think they had I didn't know they had folding knives, like little pocket knives they had.
It's very cool.
That was very cool. I'm going to make one actually. Now I have pictures of it. Now that I'm actually going to make one and see how it turns out. I mean, it's one of my to-do lists on my Forge projects. And yeah, a lot of birthdays. Usually I fire up the Forge when someone's birthday comes along. It's like, it's my birthday in 2 months, so I start making stuff. It's kind of the best birthday gifts there are is ones that you make. We got some comments here. The rain. Yeah, the rain. That's how it goes sometimes. Now, actually, it was hot today, and the weather says it's going to be nice for the next 3 or 4 days, and then they have rain scheduled again. So that's going to be a bummer. Yeah, I am looking forward to the English version as well, but we'll have to be patient.
Yeah, the Circus C. Can we say that? Run by the usual clowns. It kind of halted and paused everything in the publishing business. Yeah. So that's, but it's going to happen.
So we got Torg. What's that? A loyal title for land in Norway. I don't know what that word means.
I can look it up. Okay. Ownership of real property that is independent of any superior landlord. Allodial title is related to the concept of land held in allodium, or land ownership by occupancy or defense of the land. That was not so easy to understand.
We'll have to kind of look into that question, I guess. Maybe it's a tricky question.
Okay, here's ownership of real property that is free and clear of any encumbrances, including liens, mortgages, and tax obligations. Yeah, well, I see where this is going. I think the answer is yes, it depends on where you are, but here's the thing. there are people saying, no, I have to start at the right end there. Okay, I bought a lot of land. You know this because you've been here. So, and people are saying, typically on YouTube, and this is not about, this is not, this is a general observation that I've made. I suspect that people who say what I'm going to say now don't own anything. Or don't have the opportunity to own anything. Because what they're saying is that I'm a fool because I bought property. And since I buy property tax, I don't own it. And it's, I think these people do not understand how provoking that is.
Mm.
Because, first of all, if you say that, you don't understand the concept of ownership. And what I say is that, okay, then, so you do not own anything. The clothes on your body can be stolen, and someone can take your life, so you don't own your life even. You could even, theoretically be enslaved, so you don't own yourself. So clearly that argument doesn't really make sense. But then, yeah, okay. Just want to point that out.
I think that's a good point. I think that's a conversation for another
Yeah.
time. The Poetic Edda. I really like it, but I have only heard excerpts from it from what I've been able to sit down and. I don't have time to read much of it that way, so I like to listen, and sometimes I turn on the someone reading from it, basically. And what I really like are the videos where you read from the Havamon. Those are really cool. Those are like on my playlist.
Not many people like those.
I like those. Those are really
Yeah,
cool.
but it's like people don't watch those. That's the thing.
Well, I have today. I don't know if you're familiar with. Like speaking of technology and all this. This was pretty neat experience getting this to work. At work today, we've been without telephones now for 6, 7 years, so we've basically been running off grid almost our business, which is kind of cool. But for a U.S. government operation, we need to be, have all the good resources to be able to make money. So the guys come down today and they bring this satellite dish. It's got the StarNet, Elon Musk, the mobile internet, and they showed me they could put it anywhere and have live stream. So that's pretty. Maybe I'm thinking about getting something like that for the Viking camp. I could be working out there live, have live streams anywhere. It'd just be kind of neat. Looking into that.
Yeah. Lots of comments here. Can I just say that if you are not already a subscriber to the channel here, Berserker Gang 2019, you should be. I actually don't know how this looks on YouTube, but I suppose it's the usual window and you can click subscribe underneath.
Both our faces, and then there's like a little thing where you can click on it.
Because I was invited and I clicked on a link, and then this, I guess, I don't know what you're seeing either, but it's a software
and then
application.
There's the button to click subscribe on there. It's like the live button. Really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matthias's channel. We don't know. So I have not heard anything.
I must say I'm worried. I'm kind of worried,
Well, I did some research, the public social media and everything, wrote them a message, and that's all we can do, I mean, we can't go to England and knock on the door. That's not going to work, but we just have to wait and see and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Maybe something, who knows. Yeah, Skull.
Skull, yeah.
Thanks a lot. Why Dino put a nice comment there. I like that. That's yeah. There's a little secret I want to share. Every time when I drive up to the driveway and I drive in there, it's like the whole world stays behind, stays back there. I drive in there and it's peaceful. My mind is at ease. It's a really something I've been looking for a very long time. It's I like that.
Can I just say, maybe I shouldn't, but about Matthias, it's like this is just pure speculation. But here's what I have heard. I've heard that in England, where he lives, the police can come to your house and say, well, you said something online that we don't like, so we will take your computer and keep it for as long as we like. That's what I've heard. So now, he didn't say anything apart from common sense stuff and importance of being close to nature and things like that. So, but things being as they are, it's like nothing surprises me. It's like, what's the next thing on the hate speech list? There's a lot of things there already, and yeah. So, as I said, pure speculation. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I really don't think something bad happened for the reason that there's a lot of real crazy people that are still on YouTube and they have big channels and they broadcast all the time, and so I don't know. They really go all out, and they're there still. So I don't know. Who knows? So we'll have to just wait and see. Yeah, GB asked me where do I live? I live in Germany, southwest area of Germany. And the reason I speak English is because I'm half American, German, grew up here, stayed here. It's my home, and I just live here. So people like my German friends, they get my YouTube channel and they click on it. You speak English? They're like all freaked out. They're like, this is weird. So they don't understand it. They think it's in German, and I speak English. I don't understand anything. So well, then, slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm frustrated by the deer flies, and that they are here already, and so I need to go out in the woods, and I could, I usually, I have to just mention this because I usually, when it got bad, I did not go up into the woods for that part of the year, but it was like 1 month. But now it's July, and they shouldn't be here until September, actually. So it was in September, that was when they were, yeah, But I don't know. And people on my channel, they hate when I, no, they don't hate, but they usually don't watch so much when I film out on the boat. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to look into that, how to make better videos from the boat. I don't know. Yeah. No. Sorry, back to the topic.
Yeah, we have those bugs. They're here too. They're called Hirschlaus, like deer, like Hirsch, and they tear their wings off and they bite you.
Yeah,
my dogs don't like them very much either. They hate them. Yes. Let's see. Have you been able to set up your forge at all yet? Have you been able to have any time with that? Have you been able to work with your forge at all lately, or?
Oh, no, I haven't. There are two reasons for that. Time has been limited. I don't really want to get into a new craft until I have enough time to get into it. And also, I still haven't. I still don't have a fence.
Oh, okay.
And for security
Yes.
reasons, I don't want to show off these items until I have a proper fence around the property, because people could drive in there and
Just take everything away.
steal that, you know. Yeah.
It's a smart idea. Yeah, what was really exciting when I was at Hedeby, in where I live down here, I have to order flint. I have to order it, and it's expensive. So when I went up there, it was so mind blowing. The all the walkways and bicycle paths and wherever you go, it's all paved with broken up flint, and it's just amazing. And you go to the beach, and there's these soccer ball sized flint rocks that are just laying there. It was amazing. It was just mind blowing. I had the back of the van. It was so full of rocks when we drove home with. So was a turn. What was that? That was the rocks. Oh, okay. And the security guy from the beach was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm taking this. I want to have this rock." And like the fourth rock later, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I need some more of these. These are so nice." And then he's just laughing. He's like, "Whatever, you know." So it was hilarious. We had a good time. It was much too short. I would have loved to go to the museum again and spend another 2 hours in there. But I am planning another trip up that direction sometime this summer. 9 hours.
Yeah.
Takes about 9 hours to get there. What we have here? Did we miss any questions? Let's see. Sea videos are new. I think so too. I think your boat videos are pretty cool. I don't get to see the ocean that much, so it's for me. It's very special.
Well, yeah, I'll probably do more videos like that, but at the moment I'm trying to figure out what's happening on my main channel, because it's like every morning, I must admit, I check the subscriber count, and it's gone down 50 or 100. Then it goes up through the day,
Mhm.
and then it's quite obvious that during certain hours, office hours, US West Coast, that's what it looks like. Then they delete
Mhm.
subscribers. So, or people at that time of the day, they decide to unsubscribe. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works. No, it's watching this.
It's weird. Yeah, it is. So
It
I've
goes up like
lost a net loss of about 600 subscribers during this last 4 weeks, and that has never happened before. I've always had a growth on the subscriber count
Mhm.
since the start. So this is the first time that has happened. So I don't know what's happening there. Well, I think I do, but yeah, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I will have to see how that goes. I don't. I've noticed some. You gain 100 subscribers and then you lose like 40, and then you gain 5, and no matter. I've tried. It used to be that when someone subscribes, I get a notification. That's completely gone now, and I can't turn it on. I turned it on YouTube, but it does not. It doesn't somehow. I don't know. I'm probably doing something wrong, but I've tried to click on the notifications thing there, but like I said,
Can I just say something to Cody?
go for it.
I think you should be proud of who you are. It's just going to say it. It sounds a bit blunt, maybe, but um, anything that makes you different is a strength. That's how I view it. And I can tell you a little story. I have one leg shorter than the other. It's almost 2 centimeters, so it's quite visible. I walk with a lift in my shoe, my one shoe, but so that held me back in sports and so on when I was a kid. But when I started Muay Thai, my teacher told me, because we were doing that barefoot, so it was very visible, and he told me, if you went to Thailand and became pro, they would view you as a god, because it gives you an advantage at the left front kick. And at that, of course, I was never at that level, but if you get a 2 centimeter reach extra, that's a huge advantage. So there's always another way to look at it. So it's nothing of this what you have been mentioning here, Cody, makes you any less. I would say on the contrary. And in Norse mythology and the Norse belief system, you will see that many of the gods and heroes do have something with them that is less than perfect. And the best example, I would say, is Tyr, who lost his hand, and he's the god of war. He's the leading the Einherjar to the battle, and he has only one hand. And it's not a coincidence, because that's just what I want to say. And exactly, as Bob says, do not worry what others think. Exactly.
That's correct. Carry your head up and look forward and smile, and then you'll find that that perspective will make a great path for you.
Hmm.
So, yeah, so that's how long have we been on? Almost an hour now. Okay. Kind of unprepared for tonight. This was just a quick first live stream.
Yeah, we were just testing this software, so suddenly we were live.
Like, oh no! Hello, everybody. Yes, pretty cool. Maybe we should maybe do like an announcement post first next time, like on the community tab. Try a couple in a week or so. I'll put out a post and then let people get ready sometime, so everybody can see. Oh, okay, cool live stream. Got to figure all this out yet. This is all new for me.
But it's apparently working. I must say, I think I don't like the background.
I could.
It's very modern.
Okay. Well,
It's not very Viking.
I can't. I was looking for a Viking one. The closest one I could get to is this one.
Oh, well, it's better. It's
Okay.
better.
Use that one. Yeah, that's. I was looking for the first thing I typed in Viking backgrounds, and it came up with this lightning going everywhere, and I couldn't concentrate on the screen. It was, look at this go.
Maybe you can put your own photo there.
I'll try maybe. I'll play around with it later. Oh yeah, you can. There's a thing here you can add background. I'll have to make a nice one.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Have you put the? Was that you had soap? You showed you had soap in your treasure chest. The Viking.
Yes, but the soap is in the bathroom now.
Oh, got that complicated.
Well, school to Cody. School.
I turned the chat off just for a second. I was looking at the backgrounds.
We all need a little bit of niceness. Is that a word? When people are nice, we should be nice to each other.
I think kindness is the correct.
Kindness, of course, yes. I say stupid things sometimes because I use the wrong words. Yeah.
More of like when I try sometimes, I speak two languages, and then you find the English word, but you say it in like the German pronunciation. You mix it up, kind of, and you say a word. People are like, "What did you just say?" And then you think about it, and then you laugh because it was. I don't know if you do that with English and Norwegian. I don't know, but I do that quite often.
Yeah, well, but the soap, yeah, well, that was Håvamål Soap Works.
Oh, that's right.
Havamal soapworks.com. And he makes the soap himself, and he sent me some of the soaps and a little thing, a plate for the soap. And it must be the best soap we have had in the house. It smells wonderful, and when you use it, after you've been to the bathroom and you wash your hands don't get dry. There's something. It's
That's pretty good.
so great.
I've had one soap in my Viking box in my bedroom for the clothes. Every time you open it, it smells nice in there. And I have one soap at the Viking camp now and it's lasted forever. And every time you wash your hands, it's like wow. And I bought it at a medieval market like years ago, and it's handmade soap. And I keep thinking that would be something I'd like to try to make myself, but like the time issue. That's one of those projects for a dark and gloomy winter weekend or something. You
Yeah. One thing I will do this year, I've said it for 2 years now, and I think you should as well. You should dye clothes or fabric with plant leaves and stuff. It's very simple to do, apparently, and fun. It's a woman's work, but I will try, and I'll just have to find something that is not colored first. So yeah.
I have lots of lavender here, and I grow lots of it because of the bees, and I like the smell. And also keeps away some nasty insects. Sometimes you can like put it on your skin or whatever. But that does the color blue. Like you use that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have some lavender. We bought this year, but it's very expensive for some reason. Very expensive here. So I was thinking that it keeps the insects away to put it around the cabin, but I think the spiders, they enter through the hole in the roof. You see, that's where they think, oh, we'll go inside here and have a party. That's what they're doing.
Make a video of Viking spiders with helmets on and.
Yeah, it's not a bad kind of spider. The ones with the very, very long legs and a tiny little body. And they don't bother me at all. But there are too many of them there now, so I don't like that. No. Yeah. Okay.
It is Thornhedge asked how goes the garlic that you planted?
Not good, because I was a fool and I didn't think, and when I planted the places where I planted garlic is places with a lot of a canopy above, so they haven't gotten enough sun. So I'm not the best farmer, I guess.
Well, we learn. Like I do mistakes all the time, and then I look at the plants, and some oopses is expensive oops. That's not so good. But usually it's taking a plant that grows very fast and trying to put it different places. And yeah, that's.
Yeah. Let me just say about the cabin. The guy who will fix the roof, he will put a net, a bug net, to cover where the hole in the roof, and that should fix that. So yeah, the problem is that it's completely open now, and the long branch, when we built the roof, the long branch that almost rests on top of the roof from the oak tree, because of the leaves, it's heavier now, so now it lies on top of the roof.
And all the bugs come down.
Yeah, well, that's what I think they are doing. It's a bridge, and then they crawl in the hole there. So yeah.
I remember that branch.
Yeah. And for the record, for those who don't know, the oak tree is protected, and it's now, because I called up the people from the county, and I said I have some big oak trees here, and they came and they measured them, and they said now they are protected, which is what I wanted, of course. So they are in a register of old oak trees, and they are very important for the ecosystem. And it also means that I can't cut off any branches. And that's fine.
Yes.
I-
Go ahead.
I think you have a troll here.
We do. Let's see what we have here.
No, maybe.
Where are we at here?
I haven't kept track of the conversation, but
I don't know which one are we talking about here. I'm trying to scroll down. I've been not focusing. Okay.
maybe not.
Okay. We'll just see if it pops up again. Yeah, speaking of trees, two things about oak trees. We were standing there yesterday, working, and it cracked, a loud noise. I looked up in the tree, and a branch about this big, about 10 feet long, just came sailing down from the tree. Just, lucky it didn't hit anybody. It fell right below the tree and didn't hit anything important, but that was pretty dangerous. And oak trees. Speaking of oak trees, did you know that they have antibiotic? They used to chew on the branches for gum problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Cody, there. No, I think no. Never mind. I saw only a part of a as the chat was moving down. I saw something that was probably taken out of context, and it was not you, Cody. It was not you. So I don't think there was a troll. Sometimes you just keep one eye on the chat, and
and then it just scrolls down quickly. And you don't.
Yeah, and it did again. No, Cody, it was not you. The comment was not you, so has nothing to do with you. The Viking. No, it's not true. Can I just answer the Viking on the bridge? It's not true because it was not 40 plus warriors. It was 4,000.
I was gonna say that's not enough.
Yeah.
That's a pretty neat story. The Lone Berserker. I've had this thing on my mind now for quite a while of making a real short, like short movie series in the forest called like maybe Berserkers in the Woods or something. Like just a real short action clip or something with some special effects. You know, low budget stuff, but something. Been planning it for a while now. Kind of difficult when you do stuff like that by yourself. You got to really figure out some tricks. I think for the fall it'd be perfect setting with all the gloomy fog and planning something like that. And I did a little poll on my channel, a questionnaire. Figured out how to do that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I guess some Viking bushcraft Viking bushcraft videos be more popular. So we'll see what I can figure out here. I have the camp set up for like a workshop. I have the other half set up now with the tent, and the mouse ate it already. So I have to figure out. I can't leave anything permanent there. The mice will destroy it. I'll literally put holes in it in a day. That bad. So I'll figure something out. But yeah, some Viking bushcraft.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the comment here. So survival Victor asks in what Bundesland? I live in Rheinland-Pfalz. That's a section of southwest Germany. For everybody else that doesn't know. No oaks here. Aspen trees. Okay. Those are useful as well. Cats. You have a wild cat there, but the cat is afraid of my dogs. It doesn't come anywhere near the camp. It walks up into the entrance and then goes up to the neighbor property. It never doesn't come in. I see it all the time. But I have hunting birds. What do you call it? The big ones. I can't remember the English name now. Eagles and buzzards. There you go. They have a tree there. They always sit in it, and they always fly around there. So they do a good job. And there's foxes. I see the holes they dig. So nature's taking care of it. It's just I guess it's normal for that kind of field to have that many mice. It's just something I have to deal with.
Yeah.
My night video. I have a couple of night videos. I have a couple. I like filming at the forge at night. It gives you that eerie gloom. I figured out how to do it with the right lighting too, so it's really cool. I have a big floodlight. I can hide it in the back and put it on the low setting, and it's enough for the camera to get enough light to film everything nicely, but you can still see it's dark. And then I have all the fires set up, which is really, really cool. It took a lot of experimenting, but I figured out how to make it work like that. And I think in the colder months now, in the fall and winter nights, I'll be doing that a lot, because that's right now in the summer with fire, they always come and they keep an eye on me. If I make too much fire, then I get in trouble. But during the winter, there's nobody out. 6 o'clock, it's dark. Everybody's at home. That should be no problem then.
Not to be rude, but I have to go now.
Oh yeah.
It's getting later, and I have something I have to do. So there's I can click leave, but that. So I will leave you alone with all the people.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bjorn, for joining me here today on this test live stream. We're unprepared.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Same here.
And I would be happy to be invited again.
Oh, definitely.
Wonderful. Okay.
Cool.
I'll say good night now, and
stay safe. I see you soon.
Yep. Bye.
Bye bye. So I guess Bjorn just left for the night. It's almost midnight here in Germany, so probably gonna get off too. I have to take care of the dogs and I have company. So that how do you say good night here? Good Nacht. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. And like always, thanks for stopping by and stay safe. And see you soon.